Hey everyone, it's Ivan with KidBadger.com, out here with my enforcer,
Ira.
And we are here to review what?
This gun.
Which is the M&P 1522 by Smith Wesson. So, tell me about your rifle, Ira.
Well, I think it's a cool rifle and has a cool magazine. It shoots really good and I like this paint a lot.
Boom. Review done. Cool rifle, cool magazine, awesome paint, it shoots really good. There are a few more nuanced things with it. This actually comes with these Magpul M-Bus backup iron sights, or backup polymer sights, which you had to shoot with these, right? What was the deal? You had to shoot with these before what?
Before I got a scope.
That was the deal. Had to basically prove to me that he could use the sights that were on this before we ended up getting an optic on this thing. And this has been a really fun little gun. We've had a good time with it. One thing that is really nice is this adjustable buttstock, being able to pull it all the way in. Little people have short length of pull, and being able to actually have this fit him when he's shooting it rather than trying to reach really far, that has been hugely important. Also, while this isn't light, it's lighter than most guns, right around 4.5 pounds, I think, totally slick. Still kind of heavy. Is it heavy to shoot offhand, like standing?
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it is. That's the equivalent, especially once you start putting anything on here, loaded magazine, all that stuff. It's like an adult trying to shoot a 20, 25 pound rifle offhand. Gets really heavy really quick, but you can do it. And as you get stronger, it will obviously get easier. One quick note on these magazines, I like them in that they're 25 rounds. They work pretty good, and they're 25 rounds. I'd rather have them like 50 or whatever. But as far as pattern sizing with like real rifle magazines, pretty close, which is cool as far as a training aid. But one thing that really came to light as we've been shooting this is, again, relatively heavy to shoot offhand for little guys. And so the ability to shoot this off of a bench, which you can do. We actually shot it a bunch off a bipod. Comes with a little M-lock section. We'll throw an Atlas bipod on there, shoot off of it. But I would actually really like it if they had a smaller magazine. It would probably end up smaller in capacity, which is fine, but actually smaller profile. So that if someone has a hard time holding this, it makes it way easier to shoot this off a bench if you don't have a magazine going all the way down there, if honestly it's right down about half that length. Just something that I would like to see maybe in the future with these. 22s are honestly one of the most fun guns to shoot, but what makes them better, Ira?
Silencers.
Yes. And the ability to basically just unscrew this guy. It's just a crush washer. It's on there fairly tight initially. At this point, always keep it basically hand tight. So we can take this guy, the Erector by Q, and thread this guy on there. Do you like shooting with silencers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, it takes it to the next level. Pretty much any shooting experience pretty much takes it to the next level, but being able to throw a 22 can on a 22 and shoot with kids, that alone is huge. You get away from having to wear hearing protection so that you can actually talk to the shooter. Things aren't lost like what? Giant over-ear muffs. And yeah, no, it makes the entire thing way more pleasant. Big picture, how have we used this gun? What are some things we've done with it?
Well, went to the range, did some shooting.
Did we do any competitions with it?
Yes, we did.
We did. We played Battleship, which is actually a lot of fun. Being able to basically the shoot and see targets, Battleship targets, we did that. What else have we done with that?
Shot animals.
We did a little bit of hunting with it. managed to take some small game.
Like
Also
rabbits.
awesome. And what else have we done with it? That was kind of mainly it, right?
Yeah.
But something that you might not appreciate, that I appreciate, is one, he has his rifle, and then I have my little rifle. And one, it's a shared passion, which is cool. It's something we get to do together, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's really fun. I really enjoy it. I assume, do you have fun at all doing it?
Yes.
Yes. And when did you get that, by the way? Did we touch on that already?
Yes, I got this at Christmas.
Boom. Probably one of the coolest Christmas presents.
Came a little late, though.
It did come a little late, I'm sorry, but it still made it there. Pretty cool 8-year-old Christmas present. Things have been awesome. And one of the things I appreciate is basically the transfer of skills, in that while this is largely just too heavy overall for him right now, this is still a little bit heavy, but all the mechanics of shooting that transfer directly over to this. And no, I think that unto itself is very valuable. When it comes to accuracy, I ended up throwing a, I think 4-16 Bushnell forged optic on here, and went and I shot 5-shot groups at 50 yards. This, yes, you can shoot 22 out further. All kinds of matches have sprung up around it. This, not really made for that. So I figured 50 yards, probably most applicable for most people shooting. And like I said, shot a number of 5-shot groups with a number of different ammos. Here's what I ended up getting. To be honest, I was kind of like, I don't know about this after shooting that Winchester, and then down the road I was like, oh yeah, I was shooting Winchester. It actually does pretty good with some of the better ammo to include, especially that Gymtech Subsonic, which frankly is what we shoot most because it pairs amazingly well with a can. As far as any type of like malfunction stuff I've had, usually has to do with cheaper ammo. So one, you do actually have to maintain these and keep them relatively clean. I don't sometimes, but definitely keeping them clean, well lubed. And kind of the cheaper ammo where It'll be actually exposed lead, maybe covered with like a little bit of wax or something like that. Those are the ones that tend to bind up more. Usually anything you buy in like a bulk pack where everything is just dumped into a cardboard box, you can end up with malfunctions. As far as reliability, it works. Some ammo better than others. It's not magic. It won't eat everything. In my experience, again, sample size of 1. Overall, I think it's a pretty rad gun. What do you think about your rifle?
I really like it.
He really likes it. And sweet camo pattern that you chose comes like that. That is an option. We ended up getting this one through Shooting Surplus. Special thank you to Shooting Surplus. They have pretty much everything firearms related over there. If you need anything, definitely check them out. And where does this fall in as far as a gun? One, I think it absolutely can be a training aid. Maybe not quite as good as far as some of the swappable bolts and magazines, although I will say I've yet to find one that like works reliably all the time. 22 can be finicky, but this absolutely does a good job as far as relatively lightweight and being able to get younger or just new shooters for that matter actually involved in shooting and have all those mechanics, whether it's charging handle, mag release, safety, all those things that actually transfer to like real guns. I think there's a lot of value there. And on top of that, it's fun. It is a lot of fun, especially shooting that thing suppressed. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything you would like to add about your awesome rifle?
Actually, I don't
No?
know.
All right. That wraps it up then. So, as always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.